So I hope this PPT is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So good morning and welcome to section 3. And here you can see we are going to start today's session with the uh, topic called capturing customer value. So what is this customer value? Let me put some light on that. Basically, when you buy a product, it's not only a product which you're gonna buy, but more than a product, something is there which you buy. So for example, just you think of buying a car. So what do you see in a car? Is it safety, or you're looking for economy in terms of fuel, or the price, safety, luxury? So there may be different parameter for you. So for example, I remember when I bought car last year. So I wanted to see, because the height of car was good. So I wanted to see whether that car will be able to come in parking area. Because when you see the parking area, the height is low, especially in our houses in Delhi. So they say, sir, we can take this car, I mean the model car, to your home, and there we can see whether that car will be fitting into your parking area or not. So this is something they gave you some value to your, whatever perception you have, whatever expectation you have. They wish to convey a message. They want to convey such kind of uh, explanation about a product, that this product is a right product and you have taken a right decision. So you are like a winner. So there may be a lot of cases, a lot of instances where you bought product, maybe online, offline, and you will have something in your mind that maybe the kind of color, because recently last year was the color of car. When you think of last year, it was blue car, right? Instead of car, they were talking about blue car. Now today, this year, I hope would be car for a green car. Green means that it would be using, instead of petrol and diesel, it will be run on electricity. So it will help in reducing pollution. So it depends on a person to person, how do they see a particular product. So I am giving here example of a car. So here you see capturing value from customer. So we need to understand in a marketing, that is the beauty of marketing, that we need to understand that, okay, customer has this kind of need, a very specific need, very niche need. Maybe 5 year down the line, when you will think about buying a car, you will have your own perception that I should have this color and this kind of design, this kind of feature of my car. So you're not bothered about money, you're not bothered about the fuel, but you want safety. You want that when you run your car, the speed should be like that. You run it on 130 or 140, because now we have good 4 line, 12 line highway, right? That would be something you will have in your mind. So here that is our role in a marketing, that we need to understand customer. We need to understand customer value. So just think of Maruti. Maruti say, in out of 12 months, 1 month is very important for them, because in that month, the sale of a Maruti car is equivalent to 11 month of a particular year. So can you think of a month where in a 1 month, sale of a car of a Maruti would be equivalent to 11 month of a particular year, right? So just think of which month I'm talking about. Let me see your response, everybody. And here, let me open a chat. Okay, it's a December. Okay, go ahead, everybody. Go ahead. Right, go ahead. Let me see your reflection. Yes, tell me, everybody. I got one reply. So I can see 42 students right now. Let me see your reflection. Okay. Swati, yeah, please unmute your mic and tell me which month I'm talking about. Yeah, unmute your mic, Swati. Okay, Sachin says December. Okay, okay. Okay, great. So generally what happens, you don't want to carry your product to next year because customer will not buy last year product. So it's obviously December. But according to Maruti, in the month of in the month of Deepavali, right? Especially October, November is a month where Maruti say our sale is equivalent to remaining 11 months. Because during Deepavali, people buy a lot of people buy, they want to have a car or they buy new products, right? So what value proposition you are looking for during that month? So here we have our own values. We are somewhere traditionally, ethically linked with the culture. In a culture, we recognize that what kind of special needs you have, what kind of special ingredients you would like to have. So that is the beauty that, for example, if you think of European country, it's very obvious during when they have break, especially they have a holiday in when they have a Christmas. Christmas is the biggest, celebration or the biggest festival for Christians, especially in European country in America. So there, lot of sale, lot of say company give discount during that period. So that is something. And another day is Thanksgiving Day in USA. So these 2 or 3 days are very important over here. But in India, when you think of Deepavali is one festival where people wish to buy new products. I'm sorry today maybe a bit background sound because I'm not at home. Today I'm in hospital because my father is going through a surgery. So excuse me for that. So here you can see a capture value from customer here. So we need to understand customer. That is the beauty of marketing, that you're talking about customer side. You're talking about customer behavior. You're talking about customer. And then what you need to do, if nowadays is this, that people they say we don't know what we need. For example, in insurance, people don't know that what they are looking for. So you need to tell them, you need to develop such kind of environment, such kind of marketing strategy, such kind of product value, such kind of goods or services, that you tell people that you have this kind of need. So you need to build customer value. And here that is possible through customer relationship management. And that customer relationship management would be in terms of customer satisfaction and customer retention. Right. So these three would be our three main points today and tomorrow. And our focus would be on customer value. What is customer value? How to capture that? If there is no customer value, then build on that. And then finally, that is possible through CRM, customer relationship management, and that would be in terms of customer loyalty, customer retention, and customer satisfaction. So let me see your response. Say yes or no in your chat box. I hope you all are with me. Write in your chat box, everybody. Let me see your reflection. Go ahead, everybody, say yes in your chat box. Let me see your reply. I hope things are clear up to this point, what we are talking about today. Go ahead, reply everybody. I can see 43 students right now. Okay, so when you develop a, you understand consumer, and that is possible through customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, and ultimately we call it customer relationship management. So actually you are giving a customer lifetime value. So that customer lifetime value would be in terms of that customer have a lot of trust in you, and he or she recommend your product. So that is the beauty of this marketing, this relationship, that you develop a relation, you understand customer, and that is possible when you develop a customer relationship management program in your organization. And customer relationship management is not only linked with I'm sorry for this pause. So now I hope you understand now the term of value, and we will discuss about value. And today I will give you one assignment where you need to define customer value in terms of maybe you bought a product and what was that value in that particular product or service or goods. And secondly, if I propose, if I urge you to start your own startup, then what kind of value you will propose, you will offer to your customer. So that would be assignment. I will let you know about that assignment. So I hope this is clear to all of you, capturing customer value, and that is possible to understand what value you are offering to your customer, what is customer need. If there is no clarity, then build on customer, try to find out what is the customer value, and that is possible through developing a trust and bringing something unique in your proposition, in your value, in your goods, in your service, in your product. So that could be in terms of, you develop a customer relationship management. And nowadays, believe me, CRM is not only linked with banking sector, it's linked with tourism, it's linked with hospitality and medical also, because I have been in touch with Max Hospital. So I can see what kind of customer satisfaction, trust, retention, and relationship they have developed. And basically, when you are happy, you're satisfied with a particular service or a goods, so that become, kind of experience for you. So now a lot of people, they do a research not only on satisfaction, they do a research on experience also. So that become a lifetime value, and you recommend people that, okay, this kind of experience I have, so I recommend you. So that become, something, a kind of word of mouth marketing for a particular company, particular brand. So let us continue and let me show you something. Here it's not clear very much, I can see, but please see this, how we can build a customer value. So on the left side A, this is a traditional organizational chart where, as a marketing person, our role would be first top management, middle management, frontline people, and at the last you will see customer comes. But now it has been reversed. The flip side of this is that you see who is first here, not top management, not middle, not front. It's a customer. So customer is first over here, because if customer is not there, what would be the use of your product your company is producing? What would be the use of branding you are developing? So there is no use of all the activities in marketing production would be a big wastage. So here you see, this is the modern customer oriented organization chart. Who is first? Customers. And when you see top management, middle management, front line, surrounding area of this also you see customers, and this side also a customer. So who is important in an organization? Yeah, your brand, your product, your goods, service, strategy, all is important. But here you see modern customer oriented organization chart. Who is important? Customer. So basically what you're doing, you're building customer value. And that is possible when you understand a particular target market, a particular segment, particular community, particular society, particular culture. So you need to put more efforts. You need to put a lot of more efforts. So here, slowly we are entering and trying to understand what customer are looking for, what kind of culture they have, what kind of society they live in, and what kind of like dislike, what makes them happy, what give them good value, good happiness or satisfaction, or ultimately good experience. If you have had a good experience, you're going to tell so many people that I had this experience, right? If suppose by chance if you have bad experience, then you will tell 100 people, and company has to put a lot of efforts to make you happy. If you have had a good experience, just give me 1 minute. So assume if you had a bad experience. So how many people you gonna tell that I have had a bad experience? On the other hand, if you had a good experience, then how many people you gonna tell? Let me see your response, everybody. So suppose you have bad experience with a particular brand, particular customer, organization. So how many people you will tell on an average? Tell me. And you will recommend, don't go and buy that product. Don't use that brand. In general, tell me 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, or 100 people. Please reflect in your chat box and let me see chat. Okay, so Muhammad Sahir say 20. Okay, go ahead. We will tell our friends, family, and neighbor not to buy that. Okay, great. Yoshika, great. Okay, so as per the research, in your lifetime, you tell 100 people actually not to go and not to buy product. Now suppose you have had a good experience about a particular brand, particular goods, or particular service. Then how many people you gonna tell? Yes, let me see your reflection, everybody. Any guesses? Everybody needs to reply so that I can feel you all are with me. So if it's a bad experience, Muhammad Sahir say 20, Yashika Chandra say, I will tell friends, family, neighbors. So Anshu say it's a 5 to 10 if you have had a good experience. Okay, what about others? Go ahead, everybody, and tell me. Let me see your reflection. Go ahead, go ahead. I need your response, everybody. 10, 20, if the product is good. Okay. So, fine. Okay. Very good. So, if you had a bad experience, you're going to tell 100 people. And as per the research in your whole life, you tell 30 people that I had a good experience. So see the cost of a company to make you happy. If company make a small mistake, and if you're not having had, if you were not having a good experience, you're gonna tell 100 people don't buy. Company make a lot of efforts to bring smile on your face and give you a good experience. Then only 30 people you tell in your whole life. So on the one side 100, if you see it's not so good, if company did a small mistake, 100 people. If company put all efforts and make you happy, 30 people, right? So see how much efforts a company has to do to give you a good experience, right? And it's very difficult, believe me, to maintain that quality, you know, uh, transfer that service in such a way that you can have a good experience, you can have a satisfaction, and finally you as a customer become a word of mouth to a particular brand and a particular goods. So it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job, I'm telling you. So let us continue. I'm sorry, in between there is a pause because I'm in a hospital today with my father. So excuse me for that. So let us continue. Here is one example where what eBay, you remember we discussed a case of Hark.com and a eBay. So eBay started business in 1995 and it was like Amazon, big company buying goods and services online. Especially they started with books, selling and buying books. So eBay helped facilitate the exchange of $20 billion of goods in 2003. Consumer trust is the key element of that success, which enabled the company to grow and support consumers commerce between millions of anonymous buyers and sellers. So they were basically in e-commerce. And what they did to establish trust, eBay track and publishes the reputation of both buyers and sellers on the basis of feedback. So they were like, on the one side, you are ready to sell your books, you have buyer on the other side. So they used to buy second-hand books from consumers. So it was C to C, consumer to consumer. So to establish trust, eBay tracks and publishes the reputation of both buyers and sellers on the. So it was like there is a company, Olex, I believe. They say that okay, we have some stuff, and if there is a buyer, they can contact us, right? So OLX, or I forgot the name, where you can sell your old stuff. So here it was like so eBay started this business. So here you can see the reputation of both buyers and seller on the basis of feedback from each transaction. And eBay, millions of passionate users have come to demand a voice in all major decisions the company makes. So here what is important, you make a part of your company to consumers and give them chance to make decision and tell us how we can bring change in our organization so that we can give you a satisfaction, and plus we can give you a good experience. So eBay sees listening, adapting, and enabling as its main role. So what was their main role? We listen to you, we bring change, we adapt as per your requirement, right? And we make sure that we enable it. So this is clear in one of the company's most cherished institution, the Voice of the Customer program. So every few months, eBay brings in as many as a dozen sellers and buyers and ask them questions about how they work and what else eBay needs to do. At least twice a week, the whole company holds hour-long teleconference to poll users on almost every new feature or policy. The result is that users, eBay customers feel like owners and they have taken the initiative to expand the company into ever new territory. So see the importance of a customer. You make them sure that we are here for you. If you want to help us in decision making, we are here for you. Tell us what we need to do. So that is the beauty of this marketing, that you help customer, you talk to customer and discuss with them that what kind of products you want, what kind of experience you're looking for, what kind of satisfaction you're looking for, and that is possible through feedback also, right? So that, so overall what we are talking about, we are talking about customer value. So what we deliver to customer, what kind of value we deliver to customer. So in totality, if we just think of totality, what we offer to customer, that would be total customer value, and that would be in terms of cost. So cost may be in terms of money. Beside that, what may be the cost for a customer? So here you see customer in terms of monetary cost, product value and monetary cost. Then time cost, site cost, right? So different cost for a customer. So what you want that when we deliver product to a customer, the monetary cost should be minimum, time cost should be minimum, efforts should be minimum, and the mental cost, which we call site cost, should be minimum. So which cost is important for you? Let me see your response, everybody. Which cost you feel is important for you? Suppose you buy a car. Give your reply in your chat box, everybody. So as Muhammad Sahir has mentioned service, what about you? Let me see your response, then I will go further. Everybody needs to reply. Service maybe. Okay, Ria, thank you very much. Go ahead, everybody, and reply. Time. Thank you, Sachin. Go ahead, everybody, reply quickly. We don't have much time. Go ahead, everybody. Okay, time and service. Very good. So here you see, for when you think of buying a car, monetary is not so important. What is important for you? Time, service. Okay, go ahead, everybody. So here, what kind of convenience, what kind of facility, what kind of value? So value would not only a product itself, but other things also important for you. Time and service cost. Okay, go ahead, everybody. Go ahead, everybody. Let me see your reflection. I need reply from everybody. Which cost is important for you? Monetary, psychic, efforts, time. What other cost? Go ahead, everybody. Go ahead. Let me see your reflection, everybody. Okay. So let us come back to what we were talking. And so this was a background, what I thought I should discuss with you. And now slowly, see, according to syllabus say that what is this customer value? So we'll start with marketing, little bit about marketing, just 2 or 3 minutes with marketing model. Then we'll talk about customer value. What is customer value and customer satisfaction? Selecting customer to serve, to whom we should serve. Should we select the whole market, whole population, whole culture, whole society, whole community, everybody in Delhi University, everybody in IBS, right? What we should do, we should be focused, or we should be very focused. So let us see. So then value proposition. So is it just a product you're offering, a particular goods you're offering or service you're offering, or more than that, it's a, beside the main product, other things matter a lot, right? So, and then finally, we'll talk about customer relationship management, how this customer relationship management helping value proposition, customer, and finally, assignment for all of you, right? Everybody say yes in your chat box. I am not able to see all. Go ahead and reply in your chat box. Say yes, why in your chat box. So this is our first marketing model, customer value, selecting customer to serve, value proposition, CRM would be our discussion today. So I think with background concept is clear to all of you, right? Yes in your chat box, everybody. Only 8 student has a reply. I need reflection from everybody. Go ahead, everybody, and tell me. Only 12 reply. I need reply from then we'll start. Go ahead, go ahead. We don't have much time. We have very limited time. Reply everybody so that I can see that you all are here, because I can see 44 participants, 43 participants right now. Reply everybody. So here you see we start with, and marketing is all about creating value for customers, right? And here, so as the first step in the marketing process, the company must fully understand consumers and the marketplace in which it operates. So we need to understand the company, what company is serving to customer, and the marketplace. Marketplace means who is the customer, where we gonna operate, what kind of environment would be there. This is the first step. And in marketing, we have a marketing model where we have five step. So this five-step model, basically in the first fourth step, companies work to understand consumers, consumer and consumer create customer value and build a strong customer relationship. So you can see out of five steps, four steps are about customer value, consumers, and consumer relationship. And in the final step, companies reap the reward of creating superior customer value. So, and by creating value for consumers, they in turn capture value from consumers in the form of sales, profit, and long-term customer equity. So customer equity is not part of our syllabus, so we will not much focus on that. But here you can see we are talking about capturing value, consumers, and let me show you that model. Here is that model. You can see everybody. Just go through this model. Here, the first step is understanding the market and customer needs and wants that Kotler has mentioned very much clearly in the process of step-by-step process of marketing. Second, design a customer-driven marketing strategy. So first, you understand consumer needs, wants, and then create a strategy. Then third, construct an integrated marketing program that delivers superior value. So your marketing strategy, what it should value, and then build profitable relations and customers and create customer delight. So ultimately, what is the goal of a company? Is it just to sell a product, or make a customer, bring delight in customer life? Right? If your objective is just to sell your product, so it's not a marketing, and it would not be a long lasting relationship or trust. But as a company, what you need to do, you need to create customer delight. And if once you bring smile on a customer face, it would be a long lasting. And finally, you see here the fifth point capture value from customer to create profit and customer equity. So it's a continuous process. You keep on working on this process, because today customers have this kind of like dislike. Maybe tomorrow there would be a little bit change because the whole environment is so dynamic. Today you like this phone, tomorrow you like another fashion, another phone. So money is not so important. What is important, what features, what value, what proposition you offer, and then on the basis of that you create profit and the customer equity, right? So here this is something where our focus is 360-degree focus is on consumer and customer. So let me continue, and because we have very less time, let me go a bit fast today. So here you see customer value and satisfaction. Consumers basically they face a broad array of product and service that might satisfy a given need. So when you think of buying a product, it's not just one product available in the market. You will see a lot of products in the market. Here the main question arises: how do they choose among these many market offerings? So few customer they are price conscious. So customer, and they have expectation from the brand. Just think of Johnson and Johnson, a children product, very safe. You trust Johnson and Johnson, right? Just think of which other product. Hindustan Unilever Limited products, Procter and Gamble, a Tata
गाड़ी राइट ले लेना यहाँ से
products, right? That various market offerings will deliver and buy accordingly. So on the basis of this, we choose marketing offerings or products, and then satisfied customer buy again and tell others about their goods and experience. So this is our ultimate goal, that we come up to the expectation of a consumer, and not only we satisfied come up to the expectation. What we need to do, we need to satisfy them and create such kind of, and not only buy again and tell others also about the experience, about the good product. And here, if dissatisfied customer often switch to competitors, very important. If they were not having good experience, they will switch over to competitor and they will not buy your products. So here we need to be very careful that at which level we need to satisfied as per their expectation. So you may have consumer where price is important, you may have a consumer where safety is important, you may have consumer where luxury would be important, right? You will have a customer where fuel economy would be important. I'm talking about a car. So these things you need to consider, and if they set expectation too low, so if you tell people that my product is not very costly, right, it has basic product, so they may satisfy those who buy but fail to attract enough buyers, so a lot of people will not come to you, right? But if we set expectation too high, buyers will be disappointed in that case also, because we are saying we have these things are we are offering, but these things are not there in that particular product, right? So here customer value and customer satisfactions are key building blocks for developing and managing customer relationship. On the one side, customer value, customer expectation, customer satisfaction, and customer experience. If you bring together, it will be a customer relationship management, right, everybody? So here we are slowly entering into customer value. What they are looking for, that is in terms of customer expectation. If we satisfied them, that's okay. If not, that then it would be a problem. So you need to understand, you keep their expectation high or low, that you need to define in terms of your goods, the of your offering, the brand you have developed in the mind of customer, And then ultimately you want that customer should become loyal to your product, your brand, and it is possible, that is possible through when you develop a trust among the consumers or customer. And this kind of relationship is called customer relationship management. So let us go ahead, and here, because we are talking about marketing and consumer behavior, consumer satisfaction, customer value, these all part of marketing. So marketing consists of actions taken to build and maintain desirable actions, exchange a relationship with target audience involving a product, service, idea, or other object that we understand. Beyond simply attracting new customer and creating transaction, company want to retain customer and grow their businesses. Marketers want to build strong relationship by consistently delivering superior customer value. I think this is clear to all of you that marketing basically it's action oriented, and our goal would be we need to develop some kind of relationship in terms of buying and selling with the target audience, and this they may buy our idea, they may buy our goods, they may buy our products, they may buy our subject and any subject or object. And for example, just think of a painting. Hmm. Painting is not only a color or canvas or a design, but sometime whenever you see a painting, it can be a message. So here you see in marketing, you need to draw your product in such a way that beside color, design, canvas, right, or painting, it convey a message that what it reflect on. Similarly, your product, when you buy some products, for example, Woodland shoes or Bata shoes or any other company shoes. For example, Hush Puppy, right? It's a big brand and very luxury or costly brand. So when you buy this, what it reflect on? Is it a costly product? Is it a brand? Is it comfort? Or it's a reflect on your personality? So it gives you some idea, right? So as I mentioned, a painting, it's not color, canvas, or design. It convey a message. It reflect on a particular idea. So it's just simply attracting a new customer, creating transaction. Companies want to retain customer. So not only a transaction, not only a few attracting few customer, what we wish to retain customer. We want that our business should grow, and we want that we should have a good relationship with our customer. So that is actually we are delivering a value. So we are not focusing on selling, we are focusing on relationship, we are focusing on growth of a business, and that would be possible when we will be able to retain our customer. So actually we are delivering superior customer value. And it is not like that you can talk to anyone, the whole population would be your target market. It is not possible at all. Believe me, it's not possible. So what we're going to do, you understand these terms, the company must first decide whom it will serve. That could be in terms of market segmentation and target market. I'm not going to define it because you understand these terms. And then some people think of marketing management and finding as many customer as possible. So don't go for each and every one. I mean, don't offer, if you offer, one product to all, it would be like a vanilla, very common standard product. Just go and have some kind of different flavor, different color, different design. Then people will be attracted toward your product. Then they will demand your product. And then you will become budge of the town. People will start talking about you. So maybe I can give one example. One of my friend who passed out from IIM Bangalore, he started his business of, uh, selling byproducts of milk. So he started selling paneer. So what he mentioned that his paneer is a hot paneer. Hot paneer is that whenever you go and buy that product, that paneer, when you touch a paneer, it would be hot because uh, he mentioned that we, procure milk, process it, make a paneer and sell out within the 12 hours. So your paneer is so fresh that whenever you touch it, it's remain hot. So he started with selling paneer, and that was the hot paneer. And now, if you sell just one product, the standard product, very few customer you will have. So what he introduced 10 types of paneer, right? Spicy paneer and diet paneer, full protein paneer, less fat paneer, and different variety of paneer. So this is what you have a selected, target market that you need to serve this different but start with one market to serve all customers. They may not serve any consumers well. Instead, the company want to sell only consumers that it can serve well, and probably, very few customers, not all. Okay. So start with value proposition. I'm sorry, I'm going a bit fast because we have less time and a lot of things to cover. So today and tomorrow we'll finish this customer value and proposition. So here you see, I hope this is visible to all. Screen, please, sir. Can you pin on this screen instead of my phone? Okay, so I hope this screen is only, you can see a small car, right? The say that no one's what they are looking for. They are looking for a car which give you good average, which consume less fuel, right? So what is the value proposition here? That would be in terms of economy in terms of that fuel, right? Or petrol or diesel. Now, let me go ahead, and here you see smart car suggests that you fuel efficiency is high, right? And small car too. It is because of roads, because of crowd in Delhi. So sorry, big guys, big car, right? What is important? What value proposition you are giving? Efficiency. You can choose a value proposition in form of the company must also decide how it will serve target customer, how it will differentiate and position itself in the marketplace. So small car efficiency, or a brand value proposition is the set of benefits or value it promises to deliver the consumer to satisfy their needs. So for example, here you see the car, small car, what they say, open your mind to the car that challenge the start queue. So big car, what they say, infinity, infinity, what it says, makes luxury affordable. So now luxury is at your doorstep, luxury within your pocket. And BMW, what it promise, the ultimate driving machine. So on the one side, fuel cost, on the other side, luxury, and third is what are you looking for? Ultimate car, ultimate driving machine. So these all are values. These all are such values proposition which differentiate one brand from other brand, right? It differentiate that, okay, our product, our brand is for economy, our brand is for luxury, but within the reach in terms of price. And BMW say that it's not about price, it's not about fuel, but it's my ultimate driving experience. And the answer, the customer's question, why should I buy your brand rather than a competitors? This is very typical question, very typical question. What you need to do, you need to differentiate yourself in terms of economy. This is because we are talking about car industry. So company must design strong value proposition that give them the greatest advantage in their target market. So what that you find? So we have 4 minutes to discuss. And here you see, so I think this is the last slide I'm talking about. So customer value is clear to all of you, and we are reaching up to customer relationship, which is basically a customer relationship management. So the first three steps in the marketing process: understanding the marketplace, customer needs, customer driven marketing strategy, constructing a marketing program, all lead up to the fourth and the most important step: building profitable customer relationship. So customer relationship management, basically, when you think of CRM, which organization comes in your mind? Basically, it's a bank, because banks supposed to develop a relationship with the customer so that they can understand that this kind of experience they have had with the customer, and now customer is eligible to take loan. And it's because money matter a lot. So when you want to give money, you need to understand customer psychic, need to understand customer psychology, you need to understand whether customer will be willing to repay your money or not. So that is possible when you have developed over the period of time a relationship with the customer. So customer relationship management is perhaps the most important concept of the modern marketing. And now think of tourism, you think of hospitality, you think of medical facility, they all are talking about customer relationship. So some marketers define it narrowly as a customer data management activity. It's not that you collect some data and keep with you. No, 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 no. So by definition, it all managing detailed information about individual customers and carefully managing customer touch point to maximize customer loyalty. So now you understand where that you need to understand and satisfy, where they will have need, what they are looking for, and what time they will be looking for that kind of opportunity or that kind of service. So touch that point, click that point, that is the key of success. And then you will see customer become a loyal to your company, your brand, because they feel that someone is there to care about me. So when you care about a particular organization, and that is possible because you know a particular person, and you know what kind of need he will have, what kind of need she will have, what point of time, what time what they are looking for. So when you know everything, that will become customer loyalty. It will help them to become loyal to you towards your company. So here is the broader meaning. Customer relationship management, the overall process of building and maintaining the profitable customer relationship by delivering superior customer value and satisfaction. Deliver superior value, satisfaction, and finally the experience. And it deals with all aspects of acquiring, keeping, and growing customers. So once you have developed this superior, customer value and satisfaction experience, it will help you to acquire, keeping, and growing customer. That is the ultimate goal of marketing, right? So I stop here today, but before that, let me show you your assignment. Okay, sorry, let me give you an assignment, and you need to work on this assignment by today evening, because tomorrow I will take response on this. So here you see, let me make it bigger. Note down, everybody, this is your assignment today. Select any brand or product you have been using and define the value proposition offered by company. So now you understand Maruti, you understand BMW, you understand Infinity, these three examples. So what value proposition they have offered, that we understood. Now it's your role to find out or that end. So talk about what value proposition they offer. And now second, you are planning to go for a startup or a venture. So what kind of value proposition you would like to offer? So one assignment today and submit it before 10 p.m. today, right? So I will put in information on your dashboard also. And so if you have any question, you can ask anyone. Let me see your reply. You can ask in your chat box also. Any question, please feel free. And sorry for interruption, because I have been in hospital since yesterday. But anyway, yeah. I hope I am audible to all. Yes. Yeah. So tell me if you have any query. You can put remarks in your chat box. Okay, one. Sir, we have to mail you with the assignment. Yeah, you can mail me, or I will put this information on your dashboard and then you can reply, right? Or what I can do, I can make a Google Classroom also for you. Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Let me give you a Google Classroom link. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so here is the link in your chat box, everybody. You click on this and you can join. And the assignment I will put on this Google Classroom today, right, within 2 or 3 hours, and then by 10 p.m. today you can reply. Okay, everybody. And it should not be more than of 2 pages, right? Write on your sheet with your pen, and then you can upload. So let me see how many able to join me on this Google Classroom, right?
So the link is not visible in the chat.
Not visible.
No, sir.
Let me again put it in the chat Google Classroom. Sorry, in this chat, Zoom chat. Okay. Now, can you check this link, everybody?
No, sir.
In the chat box,
Sir, change
I
the
have
setting to
replied.
everyone, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Wait a minute, let me show you. Just give me 1 minute. You can see this code, everybody.
Yes, sir, it visible.
This is the code to join class, and here is the link. And link has been copied, and let me put it in the chat. But how to do it? Right? Who can see message? Let me click on this. Recording is on. Everybody in the meeting can see and save message.
So we got the link.
Sorry.
So we got the link.
Okay, thank you. So please join and let me see how many have joined. Right, this is the code. Also through this code also you can join my Google Classroom. And let me see how many have joined. Okay, so go fast, join this. Okay, Archana, Porush, okay, 2 have joined. Go ahead, everybody. And then you can leave. Thank you very much for today, and we'll continue tomorrow morning. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, everybody. So we can stop now, and please join me and reply immediately. Thank you. Bye.